You know, research shows that the average 1-year-old has heard the word no 400 times a day. That's kind of scary, right? It could just be a no, or it could be no, don't do that. You know, from well-meaning parents, from maybe siblings who love them, we want to stop them stepping outside of a comfort zone. By the time they're 5, they've heard the word no over 200,000 times. Isn't that incredible? And by the time they're teenagers, they've heard the word no over 400,000 times. And by the time they're adults, they've heard the word no many more times than they ever have heard the word yes. And so you would think, wouldn't you, that we would all be used to hearing the word no. Wouldn't you? Comfortable with it, happy with it, no problem, no fear, doesn't worry me. But the reality is, for most people, and for me, that when we start out on our network marketing journey, our biggest fear, our biggest challenge, something that we have to overcome in order to achieve greatness, is learning how to handle the word no. 2 tiny letters that can stop somebody dead in their tracks. They may have all the dreams and the desires and the focus and the energy and the passion, but if they hear that word no too often, that passion can begin to dry and fizzle out, and questions and doubt starts to take its place. One of the things I had to understand was how to turn the no's into a yes. It was the yeses that was going to allow the business to grow. So I took a step back and I thought, what am I doing that is not allowing me to move forward? And I realized at that moment it was all about the conversations. It was all in the communication that I was having with other people. It was the way I was interacting with them. You see, initially, I made it all about me. I made everything about me, my business, my opportunity, my journey. What I didn't realize, it should be nothing about me and everything about them. And I really began to look at how I began to communicate with others based on how I would have wanted someone to speak to me. And that took a little bit of what I call honesty. You know, if it is to be, it's up to me. There's no point blaming anybody else. But I realized that I had to build relationships with people. I had to find out what was important to them. I had to be more caring, more aware, and have to understand that it's not a one-stop shop. Sometimes your conversations, whether they be face-to-face, online, it's not the first conversation that bears the results. It could be many conversations down the line. And what I realized is that when you start communicating with people, this for me, this little bit that I'm sharing with you now was a game changer for me, is when I started picking up the phone, having a chat, asking them how they were, what they were doing, how the kids were, how was work. Did they have a great holiday? What have they got planned for Christmas? When I really got into them, I began to realize people opened up a lot more. Then at the end of the conversation, I just drop in why I was communicating with them, what I was passionate about, and why I would like to have a get-together with them. And here's the key thing. If at that time, before this moment, they said no, I put the phone down, that was it, end of story. No more communication with them. But at this stage now, because of my paradigm shift, because of my realizing it was more about them and not me, I actually was looking for the no's now. I didn't mind. I was ready to embrace them. So if I rang up my friend and she said, well, you know what, Jane, it all sounds great, but no, not now. And I would just go, Chris, thanks so much for that. Thanks for your honesty. I really appreciate it. However, I'm really passionate about what I'm doing, and whilst the time may not be right for you at the moment, can we keep in touch? Can I give you a call maybe in a few weeks' time, update you on what I'm doing, and maybe find out a bit about where you are in your life? And guess what they said? They said, yes. In a heartbeat, in a conversation, just by reversing the no and saying, that's okay, I turned the no into a yes, but not right now in the moment. Maybe in a month or 2 months' time, but that no became a yes. And what was absolutely fascinating for me is suddenly my diary was filling up with yes after yes after yes after make me have another call, get back in touch with me, let's touch base, let's see what's happening, tell me where you're at. It was phenomenal. Now, sometimes I call them back, as arranged, on the exact day and time that I'd arranged. I give them a quick call, hey, how you doing? You know, we spoke a few weeks earlier and the timing wasn't right for you, and we agreed that we speak today. How's things? How's it been? I'd always make notes of our previous conversation that I could refer to. And sometimes they would show great interest, but they say, Jane, you know, the timing still isn't right. I go, hey, that's no problem. This opportunity I want to share with you is too important for us not to get together. So why don't I give you a call maybe in 3 or 4 weeks' time? So every single no was turned into a yes, one way or another. Sometimes I could ring them up 4, 5, 6 times. On the 6th time, they say no, and I would say to them, you know what? I'm never going to stop calling you. Because this opportunity is too important, and I think too much of you. And I don't want you to miss it. So I pay a compliment.
Hey, my name is Eric Worre, and if you're involved in the network marketing profession, I want to invite you to come to the Network Marketing Pro YouTube channel. Every week, we put out content on how you can become a network marketing professional. We have tips, ideas, strategies, interviews with million-dollar earners in the profession, interviews with global icons like Tony Robbins or Sir Richard Branson, lots of different things that we provide. They're absolutely free. Do yourself a favor, click on the link, subscribe to the YouTube channel, tell your friends to do the same, and I can't wait to see you there.